Yes, indeed, y'all. Romy Mac here, fresh out the gym, but just wanted to send a special thank you to everybody that's been following the show thus far. New format, new backgrounds, and new content and all that stuff. I appreciate you guys checking in each week, each time the show is posted, that is. But I try to do it weekly. But you guys, if you really do like the content in which we're putting out here at Ask Rome and 2 Cents, be sure to go to Spotify, iTunes, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. Hell, I might even bring back MySpace if I have to. But check out that content there. That the stuff that's posted on on each and every slide, and just show your support. Definitely subscribe if you haven't been a part of it, and comment. Yeah, definitely those comments would help. Likes would help. Sharing on your social media feedback, all of that. You know what I mean? Just help getting the content out there, the awareness really, and just trying to be healthier each and every time that we come out here and do these shows. You know what I mean? Like I said, appreciate everybody that's ever been a part of it, doing the podcast. I'm trying to get back into the podcast swing of things and all of that, so be on the lookout for that. But yes, definitely go on to Podcasters, iTunes, and Spotify. Check out the 2 Cents podcast. It's an array of shows up there. I appreciate what you guys do. I appreciate you guys listening every week, all of you. You know what I mean? And enjoy the show. Number one, learn to be alone so that you don't end up with people that you do not want to be with. You know what I'm saying? Like once you treat yourself well and better, you will not tolerate any form of disrespect to yourself.
Romy Mac.
What do you think you know a lot about, but probably don't? I think we all can come to an agreement with this is mental health. I believe I have an understanding of it. I won't say that I think I know a lot. I think that I barely scratched the surface with this shit. I think that I believe that what I've learned through my own experience in therapy, as well as reading, as well as, just experience in life, has taught me a lot. But as far as like the ins and outs, the O's and X's of all this thing, I know nothing. And therefore I'm wise. I love that quote because that would probably be the best way to describe how I feel about my knowledge of mental health currently in my life. I've been told that you should go to school for it, and I think you should go to school for it. It seems like you have a knack for it. Through time. For now, I am doing what I believe I've been called to do by the spirits, by God and his gods and everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like the ancestors, all of that. I believe that I am doing that work of putting it in a way that people can understand this shit so that they can take mental health a lot more seriously than what we've known to do it in previous years. generations, eras, whatever term that fits the sentence for you. But as far as like what I mean, thinking I know a lot about that, but I don't. Yeah, because I don't know. I like to put things together in my mind. I never was one for like putting Legos. Yeah, I just felt like that was very time consuming and I'm just lazy. But when it comes to like mental health, especially wanting to heal my own shit from my experiences with my upbringing, my childhood, my family, life experiences and all that stuff, I believe that I was so obsessed with it that eventually something came together, something clicked. And when it clicked, I was like, you know what? I'm going to share this. I'm going to share this knowledge from my perspective with with the world. I mean, the people I value in my life, I'm sure they hear it all the time. Conversations is like, and if you have a conversation with me, mental health is bound to circle around. But like, I'm grateful that I'm able to have that impact, that influence, I'm able to plant that seed, spark the brain, whatever you want to call it, to get into the minds of those who probably wouldn't pay a damn attention to it. Yeah, truthfully, that's really all it is. And in hopes that it helps heal their family so that they don't go, it's a lot of us that experience different things with our parents, not going back and blaming them, but so much, you know what I'm saying? Understand that they had an impact and it had an influence, and you probably wouldn't do certain things if you didn't go through what your family essentially puts you through. But what else could they do? That's all they knew. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to rhyme on purpose. That's just happening that way. But like, I look at mental health as a way, that is the way to bridge the gap of misunderstanding in society, for that matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to get away from wars. You're not going to get away from pain. You're not going to get away from misunderstandings, any of that stuff. But it's helpful when we have some form of education that show us what the hell we're talking about. Like, not making everything about them. Oh, she hating and all that. Just saying shit that's real quick to say without having any justification on it. And I believe that mental health has put that in position for me in a perspective, in a way that I can digest it and not be upset when I get around certain personalities. I understand why they do what they do. From that perspective, just looking at mental health, I can be around people like, oh, why the hell does he do like? Oh, okay, well, what do you think about? He's never dealt with this before, so this is why he responds like this. And it just makes people think, myself included. Still, like I said, still learning. So that's where I feel that mental health, I believe that mental health is the thing that I think I know a lot about, but don't. I don't know enough. You know what I'm saying? like I said, I barely scratched the surface when it comes to mental health. I don't want to pretend in any way, form, or fashion that I have this shit down pat. I will not take credit for that. Those are the individuals that went to school for that, the people that spent countless hours taking exams and becoming actual doctors and whatever, position in the mental health field. I give all kudos to them. I'm just grateful for them showing me how this thing kind of operates a little bit. I don't have it all figured out, but the fact that I know a little bit of the plays. I might not know the whole playbook, but I know the flea flicker. I know, shotgun, halfback draw. I know I got the long distance, got the Hail Mary down. And what is it? Tough Bronco. That's for us old Madden players from like the 90s. They used to play that game. Tough Bronco. They used to be a pretty good defensive play to use. Like, when it comes to mental health, I pride myself on the fact that I know nothing. But I'm grateful for the fact that I can make sense of some of the things in which I've experienced in my life. And I'm hoping that, it really does spread like a virus. I hope people take it to heart. I hope they take it to mind and soul
what we're talking about on this platform, what we talk about on the podcast, J.E.T.Sense podcast, by the way. You can catch it on iTunes, Spotify, and Podcasters. A little plug in right there. But I really do hope that individuals take it seriously. I hope that they're able to see their parents differently and able to forgive, and so that they can heal. You know what I'm saying? Not forgive for them, because they might still be doing the fucked up shit, but forgive for you. And family members didn't know any better. All they do is project what they see. They're mirroring everything that they saw. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, hopefully people are able to sit with themselves and learn to be alone. Number one, learn to be alone so that you don't end up with people that you do not want to be with. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you treat yourself well and better, you will not tolerate any form of disrespect to yourself. You are fine alone. You can do bad all by yourself, as they say. And I believe that with mental health, it teaches that. It taught me that a lot. I probably used to be afraid to be alone, so I stayed in toxic shit. And now I will, at a moment's notice, be like, nope, nah, we're not doing that. Nope, that's not gonna happen. And I remove myself or them. One of the two is gonna happen. You're gonna get removed, or I'm gonna get removed. Somebody's leaving the damn island. Somebody's getting voted off, and that's just the way it is. And it's a self-care. You know, might be hypersensitive to some shit sometimes. So, you know, it's a learning process. That's why you have to learn to pause. Make sure you're not making an emotional decision versus a logical decision. But nevertheless, it's still like I said, it's still a process. So what do I think I know about that I probably don't? Mental health and still learning. And I'll share what I know.
Hey, what up, everybody? Yeah, do me a favor real quick. Just hit like, subscribe, and of course comment if you have anything, you know, obviously to mention about the show.
What is the highest pressured situation you've experienced, and how did you handle it? Highest pressured situation. I'll make it about me. I won't bring anybody else into this because I've been in some situations that have affiliated with other people. But recovering from porn addiction. It's only me. No one told me to do it. I chose to do it. I chose to get wrapped up in that whole thing, and dealing with the withdrawal symptoms is a bitch. It is. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a fucking bitch at times. It's literally like, I guess the best way to describe it sometimes, and I'm not saying it's that bad, but the way it feels, if you've watched Ray, and when they take him into, you know, they grab him and put him in a straitjacket for, you know, his addiction to heroin or whatever. And then they put him in a room and he's got the shakes, you know what I'm saying? He's have hallucinations, intrusive thoughts, headaches, anxiety, depression. Yeah, all of those things I've felt, you know what I'm saying? I've definitely get like the shakes and all of that. And, but to me, I see that as progress because I'm on a path and I haven't turned back. I've done things to try to reprogram the brain to get dopamine from healthier sources. For instance, I've created what is called like an entertainment schedule, right? So Sunday through Saturday, I have a lineup for a particular genre in which I watch something which I recommend for some, because you know how Netflix got like a million fucking movies, Hulu, Amazon. We don't have time for this shit, us that work. Now you motherfuckers that don't work, you know what I'm saying? It's perfect for you. You can watch whatever you want. It's like me being a kid growing up in Burbage Grant, and I couldn't go outside until my mom got home. All I did was watch every DVD that we had in the house, along with Cedar's World and other BET music videos. But back to, like I said, back to the story of it all. I like to ramble, but the entertainment schedule, it's like it's goal setting. It's like, all right, I'm gonna make a point that I'm gonna watch this shit at some point during the day. And if I don't catch it in that day, I'm going to make up for it the following day. And if I don't watch it then, I'm going to make up for it the following day. But I'm pretty good about staying on task. And that's allowed me to revert that energy, like wanting to get that fix. It's just a high. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's an addiction to a feeling. It's addiction to a high, the first high, that is, of doing it. You know what I mean? Feels great. Don't get me wrong. That shit feel awesome to get that high, that euphoric feeling that you get. And they always, a lot of people ask, like, is it the same as real sex? Fuck no. And it wasn't supposed to be. It's not supposed to be. It's like saying, again, going to a strip club when your wife is at the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, clearly your wife ain't built like this. You know what I mean? That's no knock on your wife, but you weren't meant to be with somebody who can just work out all the damn day and that's their job. You know what I mean? I'd be nice. It'd be nice to have, your woman be that fit later into her years, but this is reality here. You know what I'm saying? And that's no knock on women's bodies by any means. You will get fucked. Don't you worry about that. You don't have to look like that fucking stripper, have that Stacy Keibler body, or Kenya Moore when she was younger, or who else? Kim K. God damn, Kim K. That was, like I said, that was my one right there. When I was in my 20s. But that shit it's not the same. It's not the same. It doesn't feel the same. And being with somebody that you actually value, and being with someone who values you, and especially and you're able to connect with them on a spiritual level, that's a whole nother level of euphoric shit. It's not, like I said, from a dopamine addict perspective, it'll never be that damn strong. And I'm sure that people who do that have done things like have addictions and all that stuff, they can relate to that. It's not the same feeling that you get, but it still feels amazing. Don't get me wrong. It's like it still feels fucking amazing. However, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just a difference with it. It's really, really fucking different. And I think that people, like I said, those that have gone through that, trying to break said withdrawals and all that stuff, I think they get it. It's been real. It's been a real journey. You know what I'm saying? Like figuring out why you decided to do it. Figuring out where's that neglect coming from? Where's that void? Why are you trying to fill a void in your life with said thing that's doing more damage than it is help for you? And it took time, man. Like I said, I'm talking about from age 23 till about, I'll say it, to 38, still essentially dealing with it. Not as much as I did in my younger years, but it's a habit. It's tough to kick. It is. I give credit to anybody who's had a addiction that they had to kick. And however they got out of it, by all means, kudos to you. But it's not easy. It's not easy. I'm not a victim by any means. I chose to do everything that I did. And I didn't realize the influence. I didn't realize how bad it was going to be. But it's a mental mind game. It's a mental mind fuck for sure. But as I get older and I'm obsessed with knowledge, the more I learn, the more I learn, about the situation. And just letting the shit run its course is not fun. It's not fun at all. Not fucking fun at all. It ain't for the weak, and that's why I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? So it's had its fair share of challenges for me, and I know that there's been casualties along the way. People that have been hurt from the influence of me and my and my porn addiction. For that, I do apologize for a version of me who was not healed. And, like I said, still learning. By any means, I am not flawless. I will tell you that right now. Not flawless by any means, but like going through that, so much growth, things you're able to see about yourself. And I'm grateful for everything I've been through. I say that multiple times, and I mean it. Like you change one thing, you change everything. And I've been fortunate enough to still be here, to get through that, to tell those who might be going through the same shit, so that they don't feel alone and have an understanding of it, because shit get real. It really do get real in the mind. And the mind comes up with all kind of hallucinations. Your mind will lie to you. Your brain will tell you lies. It'll tell you that you ain't shit. It'll tell you that you ain't worth a motherfucking thing. And then you end up back in the poison. You know what I'm saying? And that is toxic. It is. It's very toxic. I can definitely say that I have toxicity in me that I'm doing my best to rid myself of. But definitely a lot of work has been done, and I do my best not to bring anybody else into my shit. That I believe that I'm not one for projecting to the best of my ability. It's not foolproof, not a foolproof system, but I do my best not to project my own insecurities onto anybody else. And over time, I've gotten stronger, especially like with the blaming. That whole thing of acting like when you're in the child's place, when you're speaking from that of a child, because you're blaming your parents for something that you chose to do or you did and all that shit. But the adult takes accountability. So that's how, what I'm saying, that as you get older, you are able to see the difference when you start taking accountability for your actions versus blaming anybody else, and just take full accountability. That's it. And so I take accountability for all that shit. That was one of I'll say one of the things that I've been through that I wasn't sure how I was going to get out of at one point in time, but it's an ongoing thing. I can say that. So that's how I'm handling it, one day at a time. And share more. The more you share it, the more it loses its power. So we're taking power away from it. Yeah. What isn't real that you desperately wish was? The love you see on TV. The love you see where the guy is like doing everything he can to win this woman. And he just wins her in the end. It's not how that shit works, bro. You cannot negotiate genuine desire. Either she wants you or she doesn't. And it took a long time to understand that. And for us men that don't know, you just have to build yourself up to something that is attractive. If you do not build yourself up to something that is attractive, and I'm not just talking about how you look, I'm talking about how you carry yourself as a man. You know what I'm saying? Like being an actual man. Jack Donovan has a great book. I forget the name of it, but in the series, he talks about there's one thing being a good man, and there's another thing being good at being a man. And I always keep that in mind. Since starting that book. So I probably started that in 2021. It really kept me, it really opened my eyes to a lot of things, especially on masculinity, and which I wasn't privy to. I wasn't privy to like purposeful masculinity. I had masculine qualities, but I wasn't purposely working on masculinity. But now it's things are done definitely with intent and just learning from it day to day. But men, real shit. That whole that Disney World shit that we were taught about relationships and lying to get the girl and pretty much Aladdin. You know what I'm saying? Like doing all we can, going through all these fucking hoops. It don't fucking matter. That shit don't fucking matter at all. You know what I'm saying? It's either she wants you or she don't. My perspective, that is. You know what I'm saying? So build yourself up, work on yourself, find your purpose, work on your purpose, keep your purpose first always. Always keep your purpose first. Your purpose will take care of everything else. But when it comes to that type of love, man, that type of shit, yeah, that's something that I wish was real, and but it isn't. And once you understand that men and women love differently, it changes everything for man. It teaches them how to navigate this world that we live in and a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? It's not to be upset about the thing. It's just understanding how things operate. And once you get it, you're able to move it a little bit better as a man mentally, especially mentally. You know what I mean? But if there was something about life that I wish was real, but it isn't. It's that TV, that movie love. You know what I'm saying? But there's obviously ways of achieving that, but it's not the way that they show us. You know what I'm saying? The way they show us on TV. It's not the way that it works, man. It just there's a little bit more to the story. And fortunately, this is a quickie. That's what she said. So I have to get to that on another topic. But these are my thoughts. What's the most effective way for a government to control its people? The most effective way for the government to control its people is social media. Number one. I mean that's a no-brainer there, and because it collects all our insecurities inside one place. Everyone had never got shine from their parents or friends or, you know, wherever they came from. We pretty much can be whatever the fuck we want to be online. You know what I'm saying? I can be Captain America if I wanted to. I can say whatever I want to say. I can talk about whatever I want to talk about. I can bare my soul to you. I can give up all of my deepest and darkest secrets. And what are we doing for? Validation? You know what I'm saying? Some of us is trying to help others. But yeah, validation. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much that social media has enabled for people. And it's made a lot of people who would not be recognized. Like all those people, and God rest their soul, those individuals that were willing to take pictures at the Grand Canyon and fail. You know, like they go to Arizona, climbing mountains and shit to fall. And like, is it worth it? Was it worth your life? Not social media. So like the government can use that and they can exploit any information that they want from us just by us going on social media, putting up unnecessary information. And you know, like some jobs, they have training for how to deal with social media and like putting certain information on your profile, which is pretty good. But some people still don't give a fuck. They still gonna put that they was out drinking all the whole damn weekend out on their shit, take pictures of their raglass breakfast on a styrofoam plate, not a decorated plate, but a styrofoam plate, you know what I'm saying? And we've talked about that before, but like the government doesn't have to do much. If you work in law enforcement, just wait. That's it. It's really, just wait. Like you have people that are we're so caught up in our insecurities, so needing to be seen, we're willing to tell on ourselves when we commit crimes. Not just in, you know, social media posts. Sometimes music. We'll put it in music and say what happened in a crime and stuff like that, which is beyond me. You know what I mean? But like, just bearing it out there for all to see. So I say like, it sound like damn, what's it do? Foghorn Leghorn. I say. But like, I believe that the government can use social media. I believe the government can use social media as a means to control its people, and which it does. Put something on TikTok challenge. What's the one shit we was doing? Everybody was doing that shit. The ALS challenge or the bucket challenge. What's them little dumbass kids that was eating Tide pods and shit. I don't know, Beyonce challenge. I don't know, any challenge or whatever. You can control the masses with social media, and we fall for it collectively. We all fall for this shit because we want to be a part of something bigger than ourselves at some point in time. But if everybody's doing it, more than likely, it's not the best thing for us. That's learning to leave the herd. It's the herd mentality where we just find ourselves caught up in doing what everybody else is doing. And like I said, we're all fucking guilty. We're all guilty of this shit. By all means, no one is immune to it. Somebody has done what somebody else did in some way, shape, or form. And growth. Just grow from it. Seeing that. But social media is definitely a way the government the effective way for the government to control its people. So the thing is that social media to me is a kindergarten class. You know what I'm saying? I say it all the time that social media is a kindergarten class. And it's like, look at me, look what I did type thing. Some of us use that for. Some of us spread knowledge. Some of us spread awareness. Some of us spread our legs. OnlyFans, we're not mad about that, depending on some of y'all bodies. You know what I'm saying? But there's so many usage of social media that we have out there, but we tend to find ourselves looking for the drama. The drama pulls us in. And instead of looking up things that are probably beneficial for us, we're trying to figure out who the hell they got to fighting with. Because Cat Williams blew up the motherfucking internet when he talked in his interview about people. And there were so many other things that were going on, but we'd rather know about Cat Williams. We'd rather know about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. We'd rather know about Cam Newton fighting at the damn football camp. All the negative shit. Trump making damn shoes. Why does Fat Joe have the shoes? People, much ado about nothing news. Who gives a fuck why Fat Joe bought them damn Trump shoes? They ain't got shit to do with us. What does that have to do with me and my day-to-day life? I don't care. I really don't give a fuck. But that's what we have. We have social media that makes us care about shit that's not needs to be cared about. You know what I'm saying? Much ado about nothing news. And you'll be arguing with your friend about some much ado about nothing shit. No, that TikToker, she ain't say that ain't what she meant. Bitch, why do you care? You know what I'm saying? Why the fuck do we care about this shit? We care about shit that ain't got shit to do with us. And the government know exactly what the fuck they're doing. They keep us stupid so that they can work on whatever it is they fucking working on around the globe. And I said it. I said the shit. You have to distract them. You know what I mean? It's the Napoleon, divide and conquer. You keep us all divided. You make black versus white. You make skinny girl versus fat girl. You make men versus women. Black men versus black women. There's so much division is being created onto social media, propaganda, whatever you want to call it, so that we can all be fucking controlled. And it works. It fucking works. Some of us do bite the fucking bait. We take the bait and we get pulled up out the fucking water. And the government's like, I got one. Here we go. I got one right here. Here, they like to watch reality TV shows and bullshit. Right here. We can do, I don't know. These motherfuckers like to watch sports, which are rigged. Perspective, who knows? It could be rigged, it could be not. As long as it's entertaining, that's all I really give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Those things happen on social media, and I believe that we just take the bait. We do. And but awareness can help. Awareness can help us make different decisions And if we choose to, you know what I'm saying? If you find a way your life is, it's better. Sometimes it's better to live in illusion. I wish I didn't know half the shit I know now. Life felt a little bit differently. I had like some Disney World mindsets on a lot of things. I was very blue pilled, beta male about life, and then I got a new look on life. You know what I'm saying? So now just learn to adapt and accept it. Swallow the pill, the red pill, and of seeing things the way life is. If you've seen The Matrix, you understand what that means. But like, fuck the illusion, seeing things for what it is. And some days it's challenging. Other days it's like, yep, that makes sense. Why that would happen? You know what I'm saying? It's not much that happens today where I'm just like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I believe. That's what life is. It's understanding that Santa Claus isn't real and the Easter Bunny isn't real. And I apologize if you're watching this around your kids and I'm saying this shit. Mute it out or whatever, and just for shits and giggles, Alexa. And but anyway, in all seriousness, I definitely believe that the government uses social media to control its masses, and yeah, like I said, it's effective. But I mean, if we really cared about getting ourselves together, we can promote certain things more than others on social media. So here's the hoping that we do that. We'll lead by example. I'll do my part in trying to promote things that actually benefit us and making us better mentally, versus that of something that's just there to create drama and tear us down and keep us stupid. Especially in the Black community, attempting to use everything you can to make us fight against one another. One last thing about Cat Williams. It drew a lot of buzz, and I think that was great. I mean, it's like it's a catch-22. So now you have people talking about Cat Williams and all these other comedians. So I mean, any publicity is good publicity, but at the same time, so like when these comedians that he spoke on go to, like, people are going to want to go to their shows so that they can know if it's the truth or not, for their perspective. And then on the other end of it, it's like, man, we're starting off the year in 2024 at each other's necks. We're fighting one another. We're tearing each other down. We're perpetuating the man's myth, as they say. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of us coming together, we're being divided yet again. And crabs in a barrel every time. Hook, line, and sinker. I see it. You can see it a mile away. But here's sending healing and positive energy to everybody that was involved with that Cat Williams shit. Everybody in the Black community, everybody in every other community, but specifically on the Black community because I come from it. But anyway, I am done. That's it.